Hi Samir.
Hi Avni.
So today we're shooting our first episode of Branding Over Coffee. Today's episode is about going beyond the product and talking about what business we're really in. So before we get into it, I'd like to know, when you say what business are you really in, what is it that you're asking?
See, there's again a statement. Yeah, I'll say this: products have rationales, brands have emotionals. So while many founders, owners, manufacturers think that people buy logically, actually, more often than not, people purchase emotionally.
Okay.
So when we say what business are you really in, what we're really trying to answer is what is the emotion that you're trying to own. This is very important. So if I have to take this a little forward, okay, this is an example of a company which actually has vanished, a very successful company which has vanished from the earth, okay, in the manner we used to see it, is a company called Kodak, okay, and many people, when you think of Kodak, you think of cameras, okay, and you think of high-end cameras, many of which we are even using to shoot right now, yeah. But when Kodak, and what Kodak looked at it, actually the business, they didn't see of them as cameras. Kodak was in the business of making films. So they said that the business we are in is making films. So when you went out for a holiday to some place, normally you would see that they have these films that you bought and you put into your camera. So the consumable, like for example, if you look at HP, okay, you see the printer, but actually what HP is making is those cartridges.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And which are the inkjet printers or cartridges. So Kodak looked at their business as being in films. But actually, today you don't see Kodak today. Yeah, because where's the film? Yeah, the film is in our phone today.
Yeah.
So when we say what business you are really in, and Kodak had an amazing campaign which was called Kodak Moment. And if you just expand it a little more, what it meant was people take pictures to preserve memories. So what is a business it was in? Preserving memories.
Right.
So Kodak should have actually got into this business. You and me should not have been using an Apple or a Samsung or a Nokia in the earlier days. We should have been using a Kodak phone.
Right.
So Kodak forgot to put a phone into their device. Okay, and they got stuck at the product level of making films, and they went on making better films. And films have largely vanished. Everything has become digital.
That's true.
Okay, so that's what we mean by what business are you really?
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
So like this place we are today, so I'm so happy that we had Cafe Anneyong of Deguk, amazing person. And so one might think that this business is about making coffee. But the business is about conversations probably.
Right.
Or the art of finally making coffee. So it's not just coffee. So people are looking at experiences when they come to something like this. That's how what business you're really in, what emotion you should own is very, very important for any founder, any marketeer to answer.
Got it. What's the biggest mistake, I would say, founders, or to be specific, Indian founders make when it comes to not knowing or trying to know what business they're really in?
See, it's most founders are in the process of getting their product right, getting their manufacturing right. Okay, that's where most founders spend their time in. And very less, and they spend or invest time in what I would call as marketing. Okay, so, and when you're marketing, it's not just about, the first thing when many founders come to us is they ask us, can you give us the brand name, logo, website, brochures. This is what the conversation is. Can you help us handle our social media handle? While that is all true, and those are the execution parts, what founders don't get right is what they don't understand is what is the emotion that they're really trying to solve. Okay, see, because when you make one more product, there are many, many people, it's very, very common. Again, I hear from the clients we work with, it's highly competitive. There are many people offering the same product or service. So they get, you can say, so obsessed with their product or trying to make it better, they forget the other aspects which are important, and that's the emotion. So once you understand that, you realize that you're not selling a product, you're actually solving a problem, or you're meeting an aspiration, or there might be a need which you can do better. So understanding what problem or what aspiration or what need my product or service is going to solve, that leads to the emotion, and that leads to the creation of the brand and an entire what we call as a brand flight map for that particular company.
And that's what you say that Seagull sort of helps founders find that
Absolutely.
white space?
Siegel has Siegel has a process. So we have a process called Wings for Profit, which does exactly this. We do it in stages, and this process is we believe is very simple to understand. And if done by that process, even by any founder by themselves, will help them identify the emotion, will help them create the entire experience and the brand flight map that is necessary to succeed in today's highly competitive world.
Right.
We're in a very unique place, and this cafe Anneyong, Daeguk, and pour over coffee is very close to my heart. Now, when people look at coffee, right, and we in India have been brought up in a world where coffee is Nescafé. And I really used to love the Nescafé. I just still like them when you see them in the morning and say, begin your world, your day with a Nescafé. It's great. But that's what's coffee. But Nescafé was not about coffee. Nescafé was having a great morning.
Okay.
So mornings were imperfect without a Nescafé.
Right.
Great.
Right.
Starbucks is a great example. Starbucks it's not just a coffee. So Starbucks is, if you look at it from a brand perspective, that third place. So people have a home, they have an office, but they need a place, a third place where they could call their own.
Right.
So you walk into a Starbucks, okay? It's not just about buying the coffee. You know, in every Starbucks, the internet is free. And they introduced it, very successful. So you'll find somebody working on their own. You might probably find friends meeting after a long time. You'll see interviews being happening. So it's a place which you can't do at office, you can't do at home, you can do it at a Starbucks. But today now, internet being free is common, right? Having a place where people can meet and talk and do business, like we're doing here, we're doing this podcast, is also happening.
Right.
But what is more, right? And if you see the experience that Anneyong is providing, the passion in creating a coffee. Every coffee here is handcrafted. Every coffee has a story out here.
Right.
And this story, this uniqueness, this emotion that Daeguk, who's a South Korean, has mastered, is making this brand very unique.
So what would you instinctively say is the emotion that Cafe Anneyong is owning?
Cafe Anneyong is a highly personalized, customized coffee that has been made over 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
This is not machine coffee.
It's hand poured.
It's it's a complete process which is done by hand. It's done with passion, and everything out here is done to the clock, to the measure.
Okay.
So this process, right, this experience is what makes this place. And of course, you can see how cozy it is, very personal. Yeah. So it's an experience. It's not about having I don't know how many Anneyongs across India or the world. It's the personalization.
Right.
Yeah. And this personalization is what makes this experience very unique.
Right.
And this is something I think which Starbucks needs to look at and provide, far more than a coffee. You come to Anneyong for an experience.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's very insightful. So coming to another part of the episode, what we're talking today essentially is about going beyond the product.
Correct.
And branding, usually when it comes to the way we look at branding, the way Siegel looks at branding, the way you look at branding, it genuinely goes beyond the product. The thinking goes beyond what it is. So, and we work with a lot of real estate brands, right? We've worked with, in the past, we've worked with Amanora. Currently, we're working with some really interesting brands. Coming back to sort of Amanora, when you were working on the project at that point in time, I remember and I've heard about it through our archives that we did a concert with Bryan Adams. And how did that sort of align? Because what you were essentially trying to do is trying to brand or market real estate.
Correct.
Whether it's residential, commercial, or, and like bringing about a concert, which is, and bringing about Bryan Adams at that point in time was a huge deal. So how did you sort of even think about that? Understand
what Amanora is trying to do. So when Amanora came in, and this is, Amanora is India's first township, formal township. Okay, when India launched the township policy, that meant 100+ acres of contiguous land, which is self-developed to have everything in it. So whether it's the schools, whether it's offices, whether it's gardens, recreation, shopping, everything is within that place. And the township takes responsibility for everything.
Okay.
including their water, electricity, sewage, roads. The whole thing is done by them. So what is Amanora trying to do? It is not trying to sell square feet. See, what has happened is that like at a product level, any product, the earlier example of coffee, so I sell coffee, it's at the product level. If I'm selling square feet, it's at the product level. Amanora has realized, and we live in an urban city, you see the chaos, you see the traffic, you see the congestion. So Amanora realized is what they have to do is remove the chaos, and which is what we experience in Western countries. They remove the chaos and make this hassle-free living. This hassle-free living promise, this international concept, if I can say, is what Amanora is trying to do. And the reason why we did a Bryan Adams concert is to get people to notice that an international way of life is available in Pune, in India.
Okay.
So while people saw the glamour, what we were really trying to showcase was this hassle-free living, removing the chaos which one has in our lives. And people who live in Amanora today can actually experience this. So outside those 400 acres, Amanora cannot do much. But once you enter Amanora, the entire environment is controlled and gives you that feeling of hassle-free. So that's the thinking behind why we did what we did.
Okay. And how did that work out?
Oh, fantastic. See, because townships are not in the heart of the city, they're on the outskirts. So many people don't go and experience it. The concert gave us an opportunity. Bryan Adams is a very big name. We had about 25,000 people who visited Amanora. And they went out of the main Pune city, went to the outskirts. Of course, now Amanora is part of the city because the city has grown.
Right.
And they could see for themselves that what a township means. It's not just having amenities. It's an entire self-serviced, professionally managed city.
Got it.
Extremely successful. It changed the way people saw real estate as real estate.
Got it. Yeah. So extending a little bit to that, we work with a lot of real estate brands. We currently have a bunch of them, very, very interesting projects that we're working on. And say, for example, when a real estate brand or a business, real estate business, realizes that what business they're really in, and then therefore go on to become a brand, what is it that they get right? Like here...
See, okay, I get what you're saying, so I'll just come to this. See, the good part from a marketeer's point of view is that people have a large number of emotions. It's not one emotion. It's not that you as a person are only seeking one thing in life. There are many emotions working in parallel. Okay? And the reason why brands exist is because there's a multitude of emotion. So there could be an emotion which Amanora was answering about this urban chaos. So people desiring to get out of urban chaos, and they created this hassle-free living. There are people who are seeking privacy.
Right.
That's most important for them. They want to lead a private life. So we are working on a brand which is working on privacy. There are some people who believe that they've spent their entire life earning money at the cost of health. And when they have the money, they're not able to enjoy health.
Right.
So we are working with a brand in that space wherein you can have longer but healthier lives. So that's something we're creating. One more thing about real estate which you notice is that real estate has been notorious for delays, for legal issues. So people's hard-earned money gets stuck. People take loans, they have to pay EMI. So in addition to their regular costs, they have this whole process. So there is a developer, and we have seen this emotion of getting things right, where the legalities, the planning, the construction, the delivery on time, and post that, ensuring that life is enjoyable. Yeah. So there is this emotion of, can I work with a developer who will remove the risk from real estate? So as we go into this, right, we find that there are so many untapped emotions. Then there's somebody who's highly successful, okay, and wants the world to know that they're successful. Equivalent to driving a Range Rover, okay, or a BMW. Status markers. So there are developers, brands that we are creating, which are status markers. So you can immediately tell the world, I live here. Okay. So it means that you're a highly successful person. You have a global way of life.
Right.
So there are many, many emotions. And when we say what business you're really in, is to identify that emotion which you can own. Now, while we work today, I'm just going a little ahead. It's not just about owning an emotion and making a slogan or a campaign. It's about ensuring that you deliver on that. The delivery, what we call in our structure as reason to believe, is very, very important. Because and I'm again mixing one more concept, today in a time wherein the most powerful medium is word of mouth.
Right.
So when people experience, like we're experiencing Anneyong, we're experiencing the slow coffee, not the instant coffee which you had in Nescafé. Anneyong and Daeguk is about slow coffee. You have to have patience. It's pour over coffee.
Yeah.
And when you have this is what creates the brand.
So essentially what you're doing at Seagull is not just slapping a logo and a tagline on a brand. What you're doing is you're digging deep.
Yeah.
You're going to the core of
we have the slow process.
Right.
So if you have the patience, and I think brands which have to last beyond one's lifetime, and these are the brands we look at today, the process is slow. We don't have quick fix solutions. For people seeking quick fix solutions, fortunately in today's world of AI, there are a lot of places where you can get logos, you can get captions, you can get layouts. So for those who want those, they obviously don't come to Seagull. For those who really believe that branding is as important as their product, their service, their manufacturing, their delivery, for those people, I believe genuinely that we are a great place to have a coffee with. And I'm happy to invite them to have a coffee with us at Cafe Anneyong.
Can you give me an example of a brand you know who has owned an emotion very, very thoughtfully, and it has worked out really well for them? It could be a brand you've worked with. It could be a brand that is incredibly famous and people know about.
See, there are, so the brands, so we worked with many brands who've been very, very successful because they have been genuine to satisfy the emotion which they've identified. Some of them are famous nationally. So for example, a brand like Symbiosis, okay? And Symbiosis was very clear that they want to be recognized. So if somebody passes from a Symbiosis, they're recognized as being one of the few people who, it's like a badge of honor. Okay, they've gone through the grill, you know, the entire rigor, and have become successful. And Symbiosis is one such brand which recognized this. They created a test called the SNAP test, where lakhs of people attend, give the test, and a few are successful, and those few people rise to the top. Now, so while Symbiosis recognized that we'll separate the chaff from the grain, okay, this is what they've done, and they've been highly successful. There's a very small brand also we worked with. They still continue doing very good work. It's a brand which recognized that today natural resources are limited. So for example, water is limited. And they wanted to ensure that they identify with that segment which recognizes and wants to live a sustainable living. And they came up with a solution for waterless car wash. It's two brothers, Akshay and Ninad Dhok. They still do very good work. They have a business and a brand called Green Salute, which offers waterless car wash. And there are many people who invite them. They've got regular customers. So it's a doorstep service which they're providing in several cities in the country, wherein these people come to your home and they will clean your car with very little water. I think a mug full of water, and rest is they have a particular chemical which they use. And the car cleaning is far better than by using water. And they save thousands of liters of water every day and every month. So that's another example.
Got it.
So we see many examples of companies which are genuine to their emotion and are delivering by that. And you have many global examples as well. Okay,
so, if a founder is watching this right now and they want to know for their brand, what is the emotion they should own, irrespective of any product, what should they do?
So it's a very simple thing that we do in marketing, right? They should go and observe, talk to people whom they think are their prospects, and really try and understand what is the purpose, the real purpose, why somebody is either buying the product or service or should be buying the product or service. That will give them an idea of what the emotion is. So emotions are not necessarily stated. Okay, and most often I tell people that it's not what people are telling you, it's what people are not telling you. Observe that. Observe what is being done here. I think if you come to a place like this, it's to experience. It's not about how the coffee tastes. Yes, it tastes nice. It's about this whole process of that is being done, and that you can enjoy this slowly with time. It's not something that you drink very fast and exit.
So in a sense, it's more about the brand experience you create rather than just being focused on the product.
Yes, see, brands are built when they provide an experience. Definitely, it's about that. Brands are built when they give you, when you connect with it, and it's an identity. We use the term nowadays about a flock. You know, what does it make you feel when you use that particular brand? I think that becomes what does it say about you? So when we're looking at an emotion, it's not the functional level. The functional is important, but it's about what it does to you as a person. What does it say about you?
Got it.
That's very, very important.
Got it.
Yeah. So if today people are, since it's very, very, it's a very relevant topic in today's world. When you say, when India talks about Atmanirbhar Bharat, what does it mean? Who relates to it? The other Gen Z movement that is happening right now is the Cockroach Janata Party, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean? It's highly emotional. The people who are associating with it, and that's why it's a social movement, are highly sensitive. They're agitated by certain things that are happening in this country.
Right.
That's why they connect with it. That's why it comes.
Okay. We're coming to the end of it. I wanted to ask you just one last part about the question. So when it comes to, say, second or third generation founders, how do they place themselves? Because they're not the founders of the company, right? They're somebody who's taking the legacy forward. So in that case, does answering this question become harder or does it become easier?
No, see, it's not. There is no straight answer to this, because legacy brands which have been around for a long time, definitely face challenges because they've operated in a time when social media didn't exist. They are operating in a time when you didn't talk about Gen Z, millennials, Gen Y, etc. So things have changed. Okay, things have changed drastically in this world. And for these brands, if you don't stay relevant, okay, then there's a big problem. Okay, and it's happening in media. So the way I consume media is very different from the way Gen Z is consuming media. So media itself is being challenged. Yeah, and I give you the example of the Cockroach Janata Party, which is not being created through traditional media. These are things which have been created in a few days' time. Right. Whereas the parties, the established parties, if you look at the Congress Party in India, look at the BJP, these have been there for decades, if not centuries, right? But you have something which comes like this, because this is what is changing. So I think today, I don't think any business can take themselves for granted. Things are changing. They're changing very, very fast, very rapidly. If you're fortunate that you're in a legacy business which is not affected either by Gen Zs, millennials, Gen Y, or by media, great. You need not change. But like you asked me whether the third generation, second generation, the good part is they're young, they're sensitive, they're aware, and if they are able to convince, collaborate with the founders, then I think they'll be able to create something which is amazing. Because what legacy businesses have is they have infrastructure, they have resources, they have distribution, they have awareness in the market. The brand awareness is there, which is very, very difficult also to create. I know I've given you examples of the Cockroach Janata Party, but that's an exception. That's not a rule. It may just fizzle out tomorrow. But to build a brand, to build a business, to build a team, to build a customer base, to build loyalty takes a lot of time. So legacy businesses have that. The second generation, third generation, they have the sensibilities, they have the connect, they understand these media very, very easily. So again, coming back, if they collaborate together, they can do some amazing work.
Wonderful. One last question.
Yeah.
What is that one key takeaway that you'd want founders or people who are watching this episode, which is called Beyond the Product? What is that one key takeaway?
So I would just say that I'll say this a sentence. Products have rationales, and that's where it is. Anybody can copy rationales. Anybody can copy products. Brands have emotionals. Emotional is something that you can't measure. You can't measure slow coffee. That's where it is.
Right.
Okay. So the takeaway is find an emotional and work hard to own that emotional. That will create your brand.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Great.
you so much.
That's all for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.